Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. So today our topic is going to be on how to create table using SQL. So already we have seen SQL helps us to create the database, maintain the data there. So just like that we cannot maintain and retrieve the data, right? We need some kind of organized things to be in place. So to help more on data manipulation and data retrieval process, we have create table statement which basically helps us to create a new table. Okay, so now we can see the syntax. The syntax is like will be like create table. So which name you want to give it to the table, give the table name, then open braces. Okay, simply we cannot create a table, right? It has to have what are the column names. So which data has to go into the table we can define, and what data type they can accept, that also can be defined. So the overall syntax will be like create table, the table name which you want to give it, open bracket, and then give the column name. So you will be having some column, so give that column name and which data type it has to be. Okay, so we can give n number of columns. Okay, how many you want till 1 to n we can be able to define along with the data type. So after defining that, always we know, right, if we want to uniquely identify the data, we would like to use the primary key. Okay, so that can also be defined at the table level. So in these columns, which one we want to keep it as a primary key. Primary key again we can define either for one or more columns. Okay, so after you create a table with the table name, defining the column names and the data types, setting up the primary key and everything, you have to close the braces, and always the SQL statement will ends with the semicolon. So guys, this is the basic syntax of how to create a table in this SQL. Okay, so by using this one, simply we can create a table. Okay, so let's see it with an example. Okay, I would like to create a table called customers. Okay, I'm just going to create a customer table. So customer table, let's create. So how it can be created? So create table, the syntax starts like this. So it's a customer table, right? I will name it as customer. So create table customer. I'll open the bracket, and in this customer I want to have like what are the details I am going to collect for the customer table. Okay, say I want to have a name. What is the customer name as a column 1? Okay, and the data type I am going to define it as character. Okay, and then age, I am going to collect the age of my customer, which will be an integer I am just defining. Okay, and salary, I want to collect the salary detail of my customer. Okay, so I am just defining it as a decimal 1. Okay, I'll just give some the value until which I want to have it like this. Okay, so I will use a I will also want to have a ID column. Okay, each and every customer will be having a unique identifier. I will define it as an integer. Okay, I forgot to tell, right? So while we are defining the data type, how many maximum character we can allow, that also we can just define here. Say age will be like mostly 2 or 3, up to 3 we can keep, and ID it's a kind of 6 digit I'm planning to keep. Okay, I have designed all these things. Now I want to set up a primary key. Okay, what I will do, I will just have a primary key. The unique details can be like taken from ID. So I will use id as my primary key. Always a primary key, which column you are choosing, that column should be of unique values. Okay, so this is how we'll be defining the customer table syntax. So after this, so do you see this? Now we have created the syntax for how to create a customer table. Creating table, create table, the name, it is a customer table, so we are giving customer. Okay, and we are defining what are the details we want to have it in the table. So I want a name which will allow a character of 20 up to 20, and I want to have the age column which will be defined as an integer to accept a maximum of 3 digits. Salary, that's a decimal I have designed. So, and for ID, it's again an integer I have defined for 6 columns, and I'm going to, obviously since the ID won't be same for more than one customer, it will be unique for each and every customer. So I have designed the primary key to be the ID. Okay, so if you are going to create the table like this, okay, how it will look, I'll show you. If you execute the syntax, whatever we have created for customer table, your table will be looking like this. Okay, it's a customer table, right? So customer table, first column we have given name, age, salary, and then ID. So this is the table being created. Now the user can, who wants to add any detail of any customer, those details we can add one by one here. So how that can be filled up, we'll see it on a next video. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you all got an idea of how to create a table using SQL. If you find this interesting and useful, kindly do share it to your friends. Take care. Until then, it's your VK signing off. Bye bye.